Welcome back to the Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. I just cut Dave off. He wanted me to stop. We were just talking about the Sharia law and the difference between the Constitution and Sharia law. What do you know about Sharia law?
Well,
what does it say, or what is their practice?
There's two books. Of course, the Quran comes from the Quran, and there's another set of papers. I can't remember. It's sort of like we have the Constitution and the
Bible.
No, and I mean a government thing, you dilrut. And you didn't give us a break to have a meeting before we had the show. Yeah, do that. It's
all my fault. I'm the dilrut. But he wants me to lube him up, grease him up or something.
And I'm the one drinking. All right. Okay.
So there's the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
No, I mean they have the Quran and they have this other papers. I don't know. I'm completely unprepared for this. But anyway, it's Sharia law. Basically, it's completely run by the Quran and the other thing.
Well, it ultimately says
Federalist Papers is what it's trying.
Okay,
it'd be kind of in comparison, I think, to
the
Federalist Papers with America.
Okay,
but it maps out. Women. Women are like pets. Seriously. And they have no rights whatsoever. They have to cover their face. They can't drive. They can't leave the house without a relative with them. If she's being caught having sex and it's rape, she's in a court. She has to have 3 or 4 other male witnesses that are willing to bear witness that she was raped against her will, or she's stoned to death, or killed in some other way, or tortured, or whatever. Right. And it's horrible.
Well, but then let's go into the infidels.
That's everybody that doesn't comply with Sharia law.
That doesn't follow Muhammad, right?
Right. Well, Sharia law. That means the extreme Islamist.
What's the basis of Sharia law is if you don't follow their
because if
way.
you're like we said in another episode, if you're, let's say you're okay, I'm a Muslim, but I'm a moderate Muslim,
right?
And I wanna pray to Allah, but I want to get along with my neighbors, and I want to go to the PTA meetings, and wrong hand, and I'm just trying to guard myself against you trying to oil me, but anyway.
You're funny. but it's what was
that? They cannot exist in the Middle East.
Oh, moderate. You're talking about moderate
regular
Muslims,
right? That they believe in being a Muslim, but they're not crazy nut jobs like the rest of them. No, we cannot stand for that. No, you got to be a crazy nut job, or you're just as bad. You are an infidel. You're not an infidel, but you are infidel sympathizers, right. Basically.
Well, there's a gentleman that Janet
which
Marshall,
I think they think is worse.
Because, probably, because you say you're a Muslim.
Well, just like I
don't.
think as a Republican, or I wish I wasn't. I wish there was somewhere else to go. But I hate more Republicans than I do Democrats because I expect that crap out of Democrats. I don't out of my own party. And most of my party suck, and so I hate them more because I don't expect Republicans to be on the other side, basically. And that's how they see the moderate Muslims, is being cheerleaders for the other side and trying to get along and coexist with
them.
Your job as a Muslim, as they see it, as far as the extremists,
you're superior.
You take them out. You either make them convert or you take them out. And
Well, and I think there's I think there's probably a lot of moderate Muslims in the United States because they're trying to live.
Half.
Well, I'm just saying because they're trying to
That's
live.
the poll. Sharia law, half of them say they.
Okay, but so are you saying is there a trigger that's going to say, okay,
Here's the thing.
now we
People that agree with Sharia law
fight against this?
about I just heard this the other day and I can't remember exactly what the stat is, but out of the 50% or out of all the people that believe in Sharia law, you got about 15 to 20% that will actually do the killing
But-
and do the terrorist stuff. Hang on.
Sorry.
But the bad thing is the other percent is they just won't say anything and they'll go along with it.
Oh, I see. But I guess why one of the things why don't they do it now? If they're in this country right now, why don't they act out now? Why are they just living amongst us? I mean, is it like, okay, they're waiting for this perfect storm? Do you believe? I mean, what are your
the
thoughts?
perfect storm is almost here.
Right. Well,
And
I guess that's one thing I would ask. It's like, okay, if I'm believing this, why are they just sitting back? But I guess I'm almost surprised we don't have
all right,
things happening every day.
This is 1 week before Thanksgiving. What is it? 19th.
Yeah.
By the time we come back, I predict, and I hope I'm wrong,
There will be some other
there
attacks.
will be some other stuff going on. It's the beginning. It's been the beginning for a long time, but now it's start. When you're popping popcorn, man, and you're shaking that thing and you're shaking
Yeah.
that. Well, I mean, most people they don't know what
Not
I'm talking.
anymore,
They don't know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
even
They
in the
put it
microwave, even in
But-
the microwave, it starts popping more and
it's like
more, right?
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 and then it starts. We're at the.
That sounds like gunfire when you say it like that.
Huh.
Well, okay, so
imagine that.
but I was listening to this Al Fadi. He came from what are the countries out in the Arab countries. Thank you. And but
Thank you. I didn't say
Janet
anything.
Partial, and I posted this on our YouTube channel. But Janet Partial talks to him, has him on there. But he was saying why don't the imams, which from my understanding, the imam is like a spiritual head of a group of Muslims, okay, like their teacher. But he's saying they should be standing up and saying, stop this. If they truly didn't believe in this behavior, they should be standing up and saying this needs to be stopped. They should be allowing, the government to come in and say, are you teaching this religion or this Sharia law? Or, what I'm saying? Does
I know
that?
what you're saying.
Well, so he was sharing that insight. I thought that was very insightful. It's just like we were talking about earlier. If a Christian pastor, if Christians were doing something that were hurting people, where it was not right, was against the teaching of Jesus, he would be saying, now stop, stop, stop. And I think we see that happening in our country
I'm
already.
going to tell you the truth. If you know anything about the Quran and the other teachings of the Islamic religion,
This Caliphate comes to mind. But go
it's
ahead.
not. These guys are right. The terrorists are right. They're doing what it says.
Right. They're
sorry.
following their...
Do you know what our first war as Americans, not to try to be Americans against the British,
Right.
but once we were Americans, and we had the Constitution of the United States established, do you know what our first war was? Do you know who it was against? It was the Barbary Pirates. Do you know who the Barbary Pirates are? Okay, do you know the song From the Shores of Tripoli?
Yeah.
It was Muslims.
Okay.
They
Coming to...
They were hijacking our ships and taking all our goods. And Thomas Jefferson was the president during this
Okay.
time. And he was like, why? And they demanded a ransom to let our ships pass.
Oh.
And it was so high. We were a brand new country. We couldn't afford it, we were paying it for a while, and he was like, and he tried to negotiate with these people, and they wouldn't have any of it. It's like, no, you will do this, or we will keep doing what we're doing.
Okay.
So he asked for got some through the powers of the presidency, however you do that. He got a Quran in English so that he could read it and study it and understand these people.
Wow, that's incredible.
And he read that, and there's no way you can negotiate with these people when they believe this. And it's been like that from the beginning of this country.
And obviously, they're willing to die
for
what they stand for. They're willing to
even when we were in the Cold War with the Soviet Union. The one thing that made us feel secure was at least, okay, who was the biggest power? Who was scared of who? And after we got to a certain point where we could destroy each other 1,000 times over, it was like, well, they wanted to live and we wanted to live, and that was we were just trying to bullshit each other, after that. But we all wanted to live, and everybody knew it. But you had to try to play games.
Because you could explode each other up and everyone would be dead.
These guys think these guys value. We all value life. They value
they're looking
death.
They're looking at
they're going to be rewarded
of bliss.
And they're a super rock star to die for their cause.
Well, and I want to go back a little bit. Well, we better not, because
so we're 11 plus here.
So I want to make a note here.
We got to go, guys.
All right.
We got to go now.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
And you will let me pee now.
Okay. Okay, you guys. Sorry about that.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.